Good morning, this is Darnell from Porsche of Ocala. Just wanted to make a video on the 2016 Porsche Cayenne S E Hybrid that I sent you information on last night. This S E Hybrid is in meteor gray metallic. It's definitely a beautiful color, especially with the acid green accents that you get with the hybrid. So you get the acid green around all the badges on the car, as you can see here, and then on the brake calipers. This car does have the black interior. Now the Cayenne S E Hybrid is unlike most other hybrids. This is more performance driven. So you have a V6 supercharged engine that produces 333 horsepower with the electric motor for assistance. So you get 416 horsepower with the combined engines, which is phenomenal. You have quite a few different driving modes, which I'll show you when we get inside the vehicle. This one is equipped with the 21-inch Sport Edition wheels. This Cayenne has quite a bit of equipment. In the back you have the parking sensors, you have the parking sensors up front, as well as the backup camera. You get the quad exhaust tips, because again, this is Cayenne S, but it's the hybrid version. You have LED tail lights with 4-point brake lights. Power tailgate is standard on the Cayenne with adjustability. So if you wanted to raise the height of the tailgate, it's very simple. You just push it to the desired height. Then you press and hold this button here. It chimes, it saves in the system of the car, and every time you open it, it'll open up to that height. You have the necessary equipment to make sure the car stays charged, because you can plug this vehicle in, as well as just utilizing braking and decelerating to actually power the electric motor, as well as the gas engine, which again I'll show you once we're inside. It does have the entry and drive. So you saw there was 2 buttons on the trunk. The 2 buttons are one's for closing it, as well as programming the height, and the other one's going to be to close the hatch, as well as lock the car. Also with the entry and drive, you get this button here so that you can lock the car, and then when you put your hand inside, the door handle unlocks it. And then with the Cayenne, it's on all 4 doors, so it makes it very convenient if you needed to put anyone in the back seat first. The Cayenne pretty much has the more elegant interior out of the Porsche lineup. Very comfortable seats, very elegant looking interior. There's a handle down here so you can actually fold the seats down. It's a 40-20-40 split. So you can bring the center section down, or you can bring either side down, and when you put it down, it actually locks down, which is nice, so you don't have to worry about this moving around. And the only way it'll release is with the handle once again, and then you can push it back into place. Now up front, there's a handle in the front of the seat that allow you to actually pull it forward in case you needed just a little bit more space in the rear. You do have vents in the rear for your passengers to make sure that they're comfortable. The vehicle does have the Bose surround sound system, which is phenomenal quality. You have the 14-way power seats in the front with the memory package. So considering the quality of the vehicle, you get the memory package for both sides, not just the driver's side. Once inside the vehicle, you'll see that you have very similar instrument cluster to the 911. You have your 5 gauges. You have the new design for the steering wheel, which was taken from the 918. With this multifunction steering wheel, you have controls for your volume here. You have this diamond-shaped button that you can customize for a number of features on the car. You have a button to answer the phone. On this side, a button to hang up the phone. Your back button, and then your controller for the TFT display, which is going to be the digital display here in the instrument cluster. Now this shows quite a bit of information here, and you can tailor certain menus to your liking. So started from the top is the vehicle menu. Right now it's showing oil temperature and coolant temperature, but you can go into the settings menu and actually customize what's on that layout, as well as access certain functions like when your service is due. Here you have your audio function, so you can switch between radio stations. You have your navigation screen, so you can see your turn-by-turn directions while utilizing the nav, and like it's displaying right now, show previous directions that were put into the system. You have your map here, your phone function, so you can dial out without taking your hand off the wheel, your trip computer, tire pressure sensor, and then you can manage the energy flow in the car right here. So you can take a look at this. Now you see right now it's showing that the battery has almost a full charge. Now while driving, it'll show the power being taken from the electric motor if it's just the electric motor, or if you're working with both systems, it'll show it coming from both the engine and the electric motor. And then when you're braking, it'll show the power going from the wheel all the way over to the battery to show you that it's actually charging. Now there's certain screens inside the PCM, which is this display here, that'll also let you monitor how the car is operating. Here you have your heated and ventilated seats, your dual zone climate control. This car is all-wheel drive, so it has a hill descent feature, so if you're on the decline and the car would be normally unstable, you press that button, the car does what it has to make sure you get down safely. This car is powered by an 8-speed automatic transmission with a manual function to control the gears, and you get paddles on the steering wheel with that. This car is equipped with the PASM, so you have the Porsche Active Suspension Management, so you can switch between driving modes for the suspension. So right now it's in Comfort, you have your Sport and Sport Plus, which is going to just change how the suspension operates and how stiff it is. Okay, you do have your e-Power mode, which the car is in right now. As long as the car has a sufficient charge, it'll start in the e-Power mode and you'll drive until the battery runs out, and then it'll switch onto the gas engine. Now, if you wanted to charge the battery faster, you can hit the e-charge button. Now this is going to utilize the gas engine, and then the gas engine will distribute the power to the wheels as well as to the battery to help build the energy back up faster. And then you have your sport mode, which is going to combine the two motors and get the best performance out of the vehicle. You do have a panoramic roof. This vehicle really opens up the interior, having a panoramic roof. You can tilt it up as well as open it. When you open it, it'll go about halfway. Let's go in here. And this is the screen that I was telling you about. So you can see how the energy flows through the car and show exactly what it's doing. Let's go take out another good look at this Cayenne. Right. Once again, this is the 2016 Cayenne S E Hybrid. Hope you enjoyed the video and speak soon. Thank you.